Would any of you, the American people, like to see our logos grip us? Please subscribe. Get us to 1,000 subs. You have 1 week. Ask not for what our logos grippers can do for you, but what you can do for our logos grippers.
Welcome back to the Gred podcast. I'm Sahara.
I'm Reed.
I'm Maury.
All right.
I sent it in in
Oh
topics.
God, why?
read that about me section out loud.
I'm
Right.
your ideal women. 6'8", 250 pounds of pure muscle. Only eat beef. Will bear a child sure to lead nations. In parentheses, will roughly be the size of a Viking. Can't read and do not want to learn. Looking for a very compact man to ride on my shoulders so I look cool. Laurel, 22, Virginia Military Institute.
Yeah,
30
that's
miles
She
away.
doesn't.
Virginia.
She does not
That tracks.
have childbearing hips, but that's fine.
I mean, she could also probably lift a house.
You know what she looks like?
What?
Yeah, let me look this up. Let me look at a picture.
I mean, good for her. Like, honestly.
Also, she's not 6'8". That is deception. Unless they make the doors really fucking tall there.
No, she's not 6'8". She's more like 5'8", and definitely not 250.
But also, I would give her
Like,
that like 90%
200.
90% of her body weight is probably muscle.
This is, she looks
Well, yeah.
she looks like the twin sister of this guy.
Damn, that is a catastrophic roast.
Private Pile.
Isn't Private
You know,
Pile the one that?
I don't really see it. But
How
I get,
tall are
I
you?
get where you're going with it.
Yeah.
6'8", sir. I know stack shit that high.
This is from Full Metal Jacket, right?
Yeah,
Is that the guy that kills the sergeant, drill sergeant?
drill instructor. Yes, they're Marines, not Army.
Ugh, whatever. God.
You know what? They gave them names for a reason, Reed. Use them.
I know, but like, why can't they use the
Yeah.
same terms? I don't get
Because if they were a sergeant,
It's different.
they would call them sergeant, but they
Okay.
call them sir.
it. Okay. Whatever.
They're different branches.
I get that they're different branches. I just don't see why there's different verbiage, but whatever. It doesn't.
It doesn't affect you directly.
I know. It doesn't.
So anyways,
Anyways, what?
you wanna review first?
Absolutely. So, Midnight Suns, it came out like a while ago. Let me look it up. I forgot.
May 11th, 2023.
Yeah, so it's been out for a little bit. Took a while for me to get through it.
Maybe actually December 2nd, 2022. There's 2 dates here.
You know,
So about a year.
about a year. Took a while for me to get to it because it's really not. It's not really my style, the usual style of game I play. I usually, stick to your action adventure kind of deal. But it's a tactical role playing game, so you have to think about your choices and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
And
cool.
basically, this story is there's this witch lady, and she comes, and she's evil, and she takes
What?
she comes everywhere with her magic.
Oh.
God damn it.
But anyway, she's a witch, and she comes back to
Uh-huh.
life. The Hydra brings her back to life, and she immediately takes over all of Hydra.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Like immediately. And then the Midnight Suns, which the team at the start is Blade, Nico from the Runaways, bit of a no name. You guys don't probably know her. Ghost Rider, not Johnny Blaze, but the guy from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I can't think of his name, but he's cool.
Okay.
Okay.
Caretaker, she's
Mhm.
kind of like their leader. She's leading them and shit.
Okay.
Magic from the X-Men. Her vibe is she kind of hates everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, she hates everyone, and that's why I have the highest friendship with that character.
Oh.
Yes, this is a game where like you can get different levels of friendships with each one.
I like games like that.
Yeah, with each hero, and of course, I'm drawn to the person that despises everyone around them.
Same.
Yeah, yeah. Is it a sign of mental illness? Who knows?
Most likely.
You know, therapy is not free, so I'm not giving it out. It's not mental illness unless it's diagnosed.
Oh, and Doctor Strange. He kind of
Oh boy.
yeah, he acts as like a gut, and then the Avengers show up because for some reason the Avengers need to help, and
Okay.
so it's like the Avengers that are there is Captain Marvel and Iron Man at the start, and then slowly it like grows to like Captain America. Holy shit! There's only those,
Oh.
and Doctor Strange kind of serves as like a go-between between the two groups.
Okay.
Because of course there's drama between the two groups. For
As
some
per
reason,
usual.
I don't understand why. I don't get it. Shut up and save the world. I get that the Midnight Suns are mad that the Avengers are there in their space. It's like, shut up, save the world, they'll be gone in like 2 weeks. Spider-Man's in it, and he's voiced by Yuri Lowenthal. So, yeah, good choice.
Huh?
It's the closest thing that we'll ever get to
Who?
that Spider-Man being in an Avengers kind of deal. The guy that voices Spider-Man in the PlayStation game. Everyone kind of hates each other except Spider-Man. Everyone fucking loves Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man is based.
Yeah, I learned why comics kind of like shit on Spider-Man a lot and like give him the raw end of the deal usually. It's because if they
Mhm.
didn't, like, he's an absolute Chad. He's smart,
Mhm.
he's attractive, and he's super strong.
Is he attractive?
Kind of. I mean,
Reed?
Reed?
I mean, Tom Holland. I mean,
Huh.
Yeah, I don't get that.
I mean, Tom Holland's
Tom-
not bad,
He's a twink. What he is.
but he is a twink.
yeah, he is. But you get my point.
I mean, I think you have to be shaped like a twink to be Spider-Man anyway.
Bit. Yeah, you can't be built like an absolute fucking unit.
I mean,
But you know, you could get a whole different audience with that.
I think that'd be sick.
But this team, absolutely the most stacked superhero team I've ever seen. So it's Blade, Captain America, Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, Ghost Rider, the Hulk, Iron Man, Magic, Nico, Scarlet Witch, Spider-Man, Wolverine, the Hunter. That's the customizable character you play as. Deadpool, Morbius, Storm, Venom. Those last
Nice.
four were DLC, but still,
Yeah.
you can.
Yeah.
When you go out on missions, you can only go with 3 heroes at a time.
Mhm.
So you gotta pick your heroes well. A thing that bothers me is that you can only, for some reason, do 1 mission a day,
Yeah.
and I don't like. For me, it's like you have this big roster, right? Why aren't you utilizing it better? Well, like it should be like you go out, and then you can't use those 3 for the rest of the day, but you can use the other heroes that you have. But that's
Is it a gameplay day or a IRL day?
it's a gameplay day.
Oh, okay.
But it's just it's just
okay.
annoying. So you go in, go do a mission, you have to go back, do a bunch of interactive shit, like to continue friendships amongst the heroes, then sleep, then 1 mission, repeat, and it's like, all right, this is very grindy.
Yeah.
What genre of game is this again?
Tactical role playing.
Okay, I was like, this is some fruity foo-foo shit for Reed to be playing.
It's a top-down turn-based, right?
Yeah, it's made by XCOM. The people that made XCOM.
Yeah. Top-down.
This sounds like
turn-based.
a game I could play.
Maybe.
You know what I'd recommend? The only I don't know if I've ever played a top-down turn-based strategy game, but what is it called? Fire Emblem Three Houses is the only turn-based, and the story is actually really fucking good. I was genuinely pissed off at the ending. I was genuinely pissed off. It was that good that I was genuinely interested, and it made me feel something. And also the gameplay is really good. It's super punishing, really cool. It's got a setting where if you if one of your characters goes down, he's dead forever, and all the characters are like super fleshed out, and you actually care about them. You actually give a fuck about all of them. And if that one dies, he's out of the story permanently forever.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's a permadeath mode, so you can also die. Your character.
Oh, also the witch that's in it has the power to like take. How do I explain this? To control people's mind, kind of like Poison Ivy, but also gives them insane stat boost. So it makes them super strong. Like, she possesses Scarlet Witch, and then on top of her already immense power, she gets more. So you gotta fight her.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Also, this game, it does... Okay, I hate it when, like, in games, you're beating ass. You're beating up everybody. And then it switches to a cutscene, and then you're losing. I hate it when games do that.
Yeah.
And there's just, like, some small things, like... And there's this part where Nico throws a surprise party for Magic. And Magic hates surprise parties. So she gets mad and destroys the cake.
Oh.
It's tied to her backstory. It's because Magic was abducted on her birthday, and it was like the last time she saw her family.
Oh, that makes sense then.
Yeah. But she does that, and only the Hunter and Nico react. Every other character in the background does not react.
Right.
I mean, yeah.
That's something I noticed. It's just, I'd say out of like 10, I'm gonna give it a 7. Gameplay's good. It's just like, I probably don't like it as much because it's really not up. It's not the type of game I usually play. But I don't know. It just, that first thing I said about that bullshit where it's only one mission a day and you can't do multiple missions in a day. That is the main thing that's holding it back.
Okay.
Because it makes the game take way longer. And also, they never explain why you can't take more than 3 heroes with you on the fights. They don't explain why they can't go on missions on their own. They have like a heroes op thing where you could send out one hero to do shit. But it doesn't count towards missions. It kind of boosts their stats, but at a certain point, it's level locked. So right now, I'm only getting these missions that only like 3 of my characters can do.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, why? This is supposed to help me boost up the lower level characters. One thing I do like, at the end of each mission, you get a comic book cover, and it's like the heroes you took on the fight.
Oh, that's cool.
That's unless it's a mission that's like this is like a Deadpool mission or a Spider-Man mission. If it's one of those, then it's only them on the cover.
Yeah, like if it's a soul mission or if it's like you have to use certain people.
No, yeah. If you have to use certain people, and then with the hero ops, when they get back, you also get a comic book cover.
Oh, nice! I like that.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Thought that was a nifty little detail. The graphics are okay, but this really isn't the game I'd say that you're going in for, like that crisp 4K, eight times the detail experience.
16 times the detail.
16.
Yeah.
16.
And everything just works.
Everything just works. You know, that's my favorite thing about Bethesda games. Everything doesn't work.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, but
Yeah.
I like parts of the game. I might beat it. Also, for some reason, in the beginning of the game, Bruce Banner can't be the Hulk, and he gets possessed. I don't know if it was explained and I wasn't paying attention, but
Is it canon?
to this universe, so no, not really. I don't.
That doesn't make sense then.
Sometimes he can be the Hulk. Sometimes he can't be. Sometimes Amadeus Cho becomes the Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes someone else becomes the Hulk. Sometimes he's Joe Fixit. Do you guys not know who Joe Fixit is?
No.
All right, just picture the
Hulk.
Hulk.
Doesn't know anything.
Picture the Hulk, right? But he's gray and wearing like a mobster-like suit, and that's Joe
that guy.
Fixit. Yeah, that's Joe.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I do too now. Okay.
The Game Awards happened. We could talk about that.
Huh?
The Game Awards happened.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Baldur's 3.
Baldur's Gate 3 cleaned house, which
that's good.
Rightfully deserved.
Yeah, I'd say so.
But one thing that bothered me... Go ahead.
I watched my friend stream it for like 3 days. Looked interesting to me. I don't understand it, but it looked interesting.
You watched them stream it for 3 days, and the only thought you have is it was interesting.
It was interesting because Sahara doesn't understand anything, so I just watched them, and I was just like, "This is interesting."
This was I'm sending a clip right now. It's taking a second, but anyway, as it sends, one thing that bothered me a little bit is Spider-Man 2 up for 7 awards. 1
Didn't
0.
Get any.
Yeah.
I would have gave it 1. Somewhere.
At least.
Well, too bad.
Yeah, that's why we're not doing it.
Yeah, but that clip I just sent is probably the best thing to come out of the Game Awards.
Okay, I'm watching it.
No 8-minute speech like last year, but fun fact.
Oh.
What?
My speech was actually longer than this year's Call of Duty campaign.
What? Oh, he's standing on business. Okay. Bro tried Call of Duty. That's crazy. Damn.
Another company I'll never work for.
That was, and from that the dev. Oh, I mean, it's only the opening bit.
Oh, okay.
It was only the jabs at Call of Duty that we're here for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but there was some drama got spun out of that because the Call of Duty devs were all pissy about him doing that.
Oh, too bad. Make a better game. Get fucked.
They're like, we hear worse stuff, but to have it at an event amongst peers is absolutely disrespectful, and it's just like, cry more.
Oh, okay. Well, I get what they're saying.
I don't care. They make like
they're just being butthurt.
They all make $80,000 a year. They can shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but he was speaking facts.
It was like the campaign for the new Call of Duty was only 5 hours long.
Sahara could do that.
Sahara, I believe you could.
On a cliffhanger.
Sahara, I believe by yourself you could code a game that has a longer campaign, and like do all the character modeling and voice acting for it and the writing. I think you can make a longer game in the same amount of time.
Really could.
If they're so butthurt about being called out for making a shitty short game, they should have made a better game.
Yeah.
Especially if it's only 5 hours. You could do a lot in 5 hours to make it enjoyable and want to be played.
I'm sorry, but if you're charging $70, it's got to be longer than 5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should fucking...
5 hours, $30. I'll pay $30.
You ever seen the movie The Happening?
No.
Yeah. Am I getting this right?
Damn.
But it's an M. Night Shyamalan movie. Yeah, it's where people start throwing themselves off buildings.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. That's what should happen. I think
You know?
a happening should happen if you sell a game for $70 that is 5 hours long.
Not naming any names, but you know.
I'm just saying,
I mean,
a happening
what are they
should
gonna
happen.
what are they gonna do? Bitch about it on Twitter? Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. They need to get Activision hasn't been Activision since 2010.
Activision hasn't been active
Yeah, that's good.
since 2010.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. They gotta get over themselves. They gotta realize that currently they're the example of what not to do.
Mm-hmm.
Them in 343. Get it together. I don't want to have this conversation a second time.
You're gonna have to.
I
Guaranteed.
I know, and I know.
And the payday devs.
They got their shit together.
How?
They made the game work. I don't know. That's getting their shit. I mean, that's more than Activision has ever done.
Well,
Getting the game to work. Yeah,
yeah, Modern Warfare 3 still doesn't work. Every time I look over at my roommate playing Modern Warfare 3, playing zombies, every single time he plays, the water looks like a TV tuned to a dead channel. It's black and white static.
Yep.
Felt that one.
The Payday devs, their biggest crime was being only online and not having the server space. This is Eddie Reed. He's full shit.
Also, the level progression is all kind of ass.
Oh yeah, that's not great either.
Yeah, it's not great either.
Yeah, I
which
kinda
is
forgot
which is
about
kind of, and look, there's not a lot to do, which is
That's
also
true.
which is literally everything that everyone said about Halo Infinite, except for the server thing. I think the servers were always good.
Yeah, that's true.
So Halo
I'm
Infinite was better than Payday 3 on launch. Just saying.
just gonna say that it kind of should be, because considering it has a way bigger dev team.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But weren't we just talking about, were we talking about how the size of a dev team doesn't matter? Have we talked about that?
I don't know. For me, it does matter. Like, if it's a smaller dev team, that means I'm willing to forgive more mistakes.
I guess.
But if it's like,
Sure.
if they're sitting over there with like 8,000
No.
devs,
No, actually, no. That's wrong. I completely disagree. I'm not willing. If a game is shit, a game is shit, and I don't care how many people are behind it. But the fact that games made by one person are as good, if not better, than games that were made by multi-million-dollar companies with multiple teams working on one specific thing, yet they still cannot surpass a game made by one person in quality.
that's true.
Absolutely outrageous.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
Turbo Overkill is a longer game than Modern Warfare 3. It was made by one full-time developer and like a few part-time developers.
That's cool. What a flex.
You know, Grand Theft Auto 5 in total has had 6,000 developers.
That
I
makes
did not
sense.
know that, but thank you for telling me that.
Yep.
That makes sense.
And it still takes like forever to load into the lobby
Yeah.
on online.
See, it doesn't. The number of people that work on it does not matter. It's about the quality of their work, and I think the most important thing is a focus or proper direction.
It's
Yeah.
true. Also, like, I don't know, you could allocate certain people to do certain shit on the game.
Well, they
yeah.
do.
Yeah, but
They already do.
just be better at doing that. Cause
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Quality of their work.
I'm saying like a decent amount. I'm guessing a decent amount of shitty games is because they assign the wrong people to the wrong spots. You know what I mean?
I think it's improper direction. I think there's a lack of focus. There's also crunch also affects that. A lot of cutting back, just to make it to a date, that they can release it, that they have set,
You know,
and they're too afraid to push it back further because the size of games continues to increase. Yet companies want the same amount of time to go, to get it out.
yeah.
And even further, a lot of companies reduce the amount of time. They expect more complicated games with more people as the only change to improve it, but they expect lower time. Crazy.
Yeah, I think maybe it's just like investors being involved. Maybe because like if a lot, we didn't have these problems when there was almost no investors in the gaming community.
Mm-hmm.
And now that there are, we have these problems.
I disagree.
Because I mean, if there's no shareholders to fucking, that's who they're appeasing.
What, like Bungie when they made Halo? They had Microsoft, the biggest company in the world at the time, breathing down their necks to make 1, 2, and 3 the whole way, and Reach and ODST. They had to answer to them. They still made a good game. That has nothing to do with it, I think.
I mean, well, that was really before like investors start giving a shit about games. This was before they realized, oh, we can make
Read.
No.
Read.
No.
When Halo 3, I'm going to say this again. When Halo 3 released, it was the biggest piece of media of all time.
Yeah.
Piece of media. You think they didn't give a fuck about how Halo Reach was going to look like? Right after it?
Your logic then is the first three, my statement still stands that they didn't give a fuck.
For what?
The first 3 Halo games. And then 3 comes out, makes a fuckload of money, and they're like, Jesus Christ.
Read. When Halo 3 was announced, it was on the news. It was on mainstream television when Halo 3 was announced.
Holy shit.
People lined up for blocks at every single GameStop around the world so they could buy a copy of Halo 3. You think they didn't care about Halo 3 either? Absolutely they did. And it just kept getting better.
Honestly.
And it just kept getting bigger.
Were you in that line?
Oh no. I was 6 years old when Halo 3 released.
I don't know. I'm still thinking these crusty investors still don't care because they still look at games like video games.
No, investors care because if they're putting their money into it.
Investors have always cared. The issue is the people.
It's a big loss.
The issue is the people that answer to the investors and how much they succumb.
That's true. They promise too much, and then the investors hold them to those promises.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then even if they don't have investors to answer to, what fucking No Man's Sky? No Man's Sky had no investors. It was literally an independent company. They had like 6 people in a little fucking
they
had to answer to PlayStation. What did?
Not till they were mostly done with the game.
That's still someone to answer to.
When they were 95%, most of the game was made over the course of I don't know how many years. Oh, with like 6 people.
No, wait, no, hold on. No, I watched a video from Internet Historian about this, and PlayStation was a pretty consistent part of this. Of them, I swear.
I remember. I feel like I watched the same thing, and I remember them working on it, and maybe I'm talking about something else. But I remember their building flooded, and most of their work was gone.
Yeah, that happened.
And they just kept and there was literally like 6 people working on it. And they made 1 game before No Man's Sky.
They made no, that's wrong. They made like 3. Hello?
Hello?
You're looking it up.
But what happened? Internet Historian said with that is the creator kind of got stuck between a rock and a hard place because like the game was crap, but he also couldn't be like, hey, don't buy this, because Sony was involved. He couldn't be like, hey, we need more time because Sony.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay. You
Wait,
know?
so Sony they pushed to release it on that day?
I think so. Yeah. Because by that point, hadn't they delayed a couple times?
Yeah, they delayed like twice, I think.
Yeah, at that point,
Maybe
it's
like
just like,
three.
no, you're fucking releasing it now.
So you're saying Sony is the reason that
They're
No
part of
Man's
the reason.
Sky?
They're part of the reason. Not all of it.
I would still say that Hello
Interesting.
Games was mostly the issue.
Yeah, no, I'm saying it's like a situation where Hello Games is to blame, but
Mhm.
for like causing the mess, and then Sony is the reason why they couldn't dig out of the mess because they got held to the time. You know?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, but that's still what I said was like the people that succumb to investors. You know, as Hello Games. What is his name? Murray something. Something Murray.
Yeah, putting that guy out in front of cameras was a fucking mistake.
Yeah.
What did he do?
He's
Uh,
just very awkward, and he
overpromised things.
Oh.
he
He didn't know
also-
how to answer questions very
Uh,
well.
Yeah, it didn't. I don't think it was malicious in his defense. I just think he's just not good at being
At words.
yeah, a public person.
Yeah, he tweeted it out.
Yeah, I don't. But like, in the case of like a Todd Howard, you could definitely say there is some maliciousness there.
Mm-hmm.
Because Todd, like a normal
Mhm.
guy, and can conversate well, and he can be that guy. He can be the face.
Mm-hmm.
But the Hello Games guy, he just can't, and that's fine. That's not everyone can't be the face.
Yeah.
Some people aren't their brains just aren't made for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel that. I had to redevelop my brain into being like that.
Yep.
Uh-huh. So I've been watching The Rookie a lot lately,
Yeah.
and I made it to season 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
More, do you care about spoilers at all?
No.
Okay, so no one gets a golden ticket.
Okay.
Basically meaning he can pick any job in the in the LAPD, and
Mhm.
he decides to be a training officer.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
his trainee, holy fuck, she's annoying. It bothers me how annoying she is. It's Lily levels of bad. Like in the first like 5 minutes of her first patrol, she illegally stops a car,
Yeah.
and she can't provide a reason why she stopped the car, and that's why it's illegal. And she's
Is it worse than the beginning of season 3?
what happened? I can't remember what happened in season 3.
Season 3 was so fucking cringe. It almost made me stop, and I was genuinely
Oh,
infuriated.
was that when he went to college?
Yeah, and that one lady, that one annoying ass lady, that woke lady, that was like, all cops are bad,
Oh,
and everyone was like, oh,
yeah, that's just
yeah,
accurate to the college experience,
Cops.
though.
cops are bad.
That's just how college
And then-
be in California. I
And,
don't.
and fucking what's his face? Nathan
not
Fillion's
wrong.
character. What's his name?
John Nolan.
Yeah, Nolan. He's like, yeah, I'm bad. I'm a bad person. I'm a cop, so I'm bad. Everyone's just like fucking. Oh yeah, you're right. You're a black woman. You know everything.
That wasn't
And
the
no
vibe
one,
I
no one,
got.
no one says anything about it. No one says anything. And she's like, she doesn't change at all. That lady. They
The-
bring her, and they keep bringing her back the whole season.
Oh, the
to do
teacher.
ride-alongs.
Oh,
Yeah, the teacher.
okay. Yeah, kinda. I don't know.
I was really pissed off, and I texted. There's two of my privates watched it the same leave that I did, and they all binge watch it, and I texted them, and they were like, "Yo, what the fuck is this? What is going on?" And they're like, "Yeah, I know, but I swear it gets better.
Yeah,
I know. Just power through it. Just power through early season 3, and it'll get better."
yeah, it does. I don't know. I didn't mind it. I just. To me, it's just noise.
Yeah.
But yes, Maury, it's worse. Okay, because she pulls over this car illegally. She gets out,
Mhm.
and she's like, no one's like, why did you pull this car over? And she's like, I just got a bad feeling. I just got a bad feeling about it, man.
Mm-hmm.
And she like walks like the car is about to explode towards the car.
Yeah.
and she's like, license and registration, the usual cop shit. And they, Nolan pulls her to the behind the car and is like, seriously, why did you pull this car over? And she's like, she just doubles down, I had a bad feeling.
Yeah.
And then they look at the trunk, and there just happens to be blood on the trunk. And so they pop the trunk open, and there is a pool of blood inside the trunk.
Okay.
But since the trainee pulled over the car illegally, that evidence isn't usable in court because it was illegally detained.
Yeah.
And she has this like feeling that she's right for what she did.
Well, of course.
It's like,
women are like that.
But
Even if they're wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like in real life, she probably would have gotten fired after doing that.
Yeah.
Because you can't just be pulling over people because you got
At
bad
least
feeling.
it.
They did. No, they gave her a warning, I think.
Okay.
And she got a blue page.
Yeah.
And she doesn't seem to learn from her mistakes. She's still impulsive. And no one, like, explains to her. Like, I think part of the reason why she didn't get fired is because no one explains, like, okay, I think what happened is you saw the blood on the trunk. And you just couldn't articulate. You just thought, like, your brain was like, I got a bad feeling.
That's suspicious.
Like, the subconscious noticed it, and then it was like, hey, something's wrong. And, like, she never listens to him about that, and she always, like, oh, I have a feeling this is gonna happen. It's like, no, your brain is telling you some bad shit's gonna happen. It's not, ooh, I have a feeling. And she just doesn't learn from her mistakes. Never. And it makes me mad. Real mad.
One thing I did like about season 3 was Superman. You know what I'm talking about?
Superman.
Yeah, he's in there.
Oh, the racist guy?
Yeah, racist guy.
Yeah.
He played a really good villain.
Yeah, he was really good.
Yeah, I thought that was like, it was still woke, but at least it was well made, and it pissed me off for a good reason, because he actually made a good villain. But that lady, I swear to God, that pissed me off so fucking bad. Because it felt like it felt like the whole show was directing it towards me and everyone watching.
Yeah.
All are racists.
Also, the character's name that I hate, her name is Officer Juarez. The show does what How I Met Your Mother does, and tries to be like, this character is right, even though you fucking know, you're like, no, she's wrong. I hate it when shows do that, when, like, they try to be like, oh no, they're right, because the show said so, and your head's like, no, she just...
Well, has it reached the end of her story?
Not yet. I'm about half... I think I'm on, like, episode 11 of season 5.
You never know.
But I Googled it, because I was genuinely bothered. I was like, does her character get better? And I read ahead. She does not. She has an arc where her sister got killed by a guy. Got kidnapped. They found her. Sister died in the hospital. They find the guy, and apparently Nolan tells her, all right, you can't go in there. You don't say anything. If you do, it might ruin the entire investigation. What does she do immediately? She goes in there and starts talking into the interrogation room and starts talking. And it's like, you can't be this impulsive. Yeah. Also,
I hate people.
in the second episode, in the same episode, she made the illegal stop. She finds this person that's been kidnapped and has been tortured and is dying. And then she breaks through the window. That's legal. That's fine. She sees the guy that did it, and he starts running. And she leaves her unattended to go chase the guy, even though Nolan was in the other room and she could have just radioed. And the entire time she's chasing after this guy, she isn't radioing, so Nolan doesn't know where she is. And then she gets lost, and Nolan has to find her.
Dumb bitch.
And part of it is Nolan is not a good training officer.
I mean, it sounds like it, but, like,
Yeah.
It's partially her, too.
Yeah, it takes two people to fuck up here. He just needs to be more like Bradford, I think.
Yeah.
I love Bradford. He's great.
Yeah.
Bradford, Nyla, Angela, they're great.
Yeah. I miss early on.
I miss West. I hate what happened to him.
Yeah, same. It was really sad. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. And it didn't even like. It just showed it like on camera.
That was
like,
even
like,
the sadder. They didn't even show. Also, like.
It came out of nowhere too.
His dad is just like not in the show anymore, which I find to be weird.
Oh yeah, weird.
Because he was the head of IA.
Yeah, I remember that.
And also, when he loses his shit about with Nolan and Nyla,
yeah,
that was powerful. It's like, how the fuck am I supposed to make the system work when you view me as the enemy? And it's like, oh
yeah,
shit.
Yeah, that part was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I also like
just early on.
I like
season 1 and 2 were just good, you know.
I like what's his name? Wesley?
Uh-huh.
He's great. He's Iceman from the X-Men. Remember?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's great. He's great. Best part. Kinda. Sometimes he's annoying.
Yeah, I am crocheting and I'm trying to finish this row really fast. So I'm gonna let you guys guess while I finish this row what this one's about.
Okay, can you throw out a hint? What about Nolan's fiance though?
What?
Bailey?
Yeah.
She's great.
Yeah, there's good characters.
Yeah. Yeah, great characters. A lot of good characters.
Except for that teacher. I really don't like
I don't get your hatred for the teacher, but
I just went online. Everyone hates her.
yeah,
I just looked at reviews for season 3, and everyone hates her.
Oh.
Literally everyone.
Every
review.
With mine, with the one I hate, it's about half.
All right, this one has to do with time traveling.
Okay, there's this guy that called into a radio show, and he said he was time traveling, and then the call disconnected, and then they found this text that a dead body was found on the shore, and it was crushed, found on a shore somewhere. Is it that?
No.
Okay.
This one, I'll let Maury guess first.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anything related to time traveling.
Is it like those pictures throughout time?
It is. I love those.
Okay.
It is. But
was it the first time someone's guessed it?
I think.
No, I've guessed it.
Yeah.
I can't remember. But maybe.
Well, yes, wait, no, I remember.
I guess
yes, you did.
Yeah, I guess the missing 411, I think, or whatever it's called.
Oh, yeah. The aliens one.
Yeah.
Where'd it go? Hold on. I lost my my thing.
Your thing? Maybe you should get your thing back then, huh? Think about that?
I would lost the tab. I was gonna pull up pictures, but I don't really feel like we need them because I think we all know what we're talking about, unless you want to add them to like the video later.
Yeah, the pictures would be great.
Okay, I can do that after.
Okay.
So this one is just. Oh wait, I didn't introduce Sahara Spooky Time. It's Sahara Spooky Time. Okay, so this one is the time-traveling hipster. Imagine this, a seemingly ordinary individual caught in a photograph from the 1940s, sporting modern clothing, sunglasses, and a camera. This, my friends, is the time-traveling hipster, a lighthearted and easily digestible conspiracy theory that is amusing, but has intrigued a lot of people. The story goes like this. A photograph surfaces from the mid 20th century, showcasing a crowd in a bustling street amidst the sea of vintage clothing. One person stands out like a Where's Waldo, complete with skinny jeans, a graphic tee, and an unmistakably modern accessory. The twist, the photo is undeniably from an era well before a hipster subculture had emerged. Enthusiasts of the time-traveling hipster suggest that the mysterious figure is an actual time traveler who accidentally found themselves in the past, perhaps due to a malfunctioning time machine or cosmic glitch. As a result, they inadvertently became a fashion anomaly, blending in with the crowd from a different era. So this has inspired numerous memes, playful discussions, and even fictional stories. It's this is like an entry level conspiracy theory, but some people like to think it's Photoshop. But do you guys know what photo I'm talking about?
I feel like I've heard of this before.
This one.
What are we looking for
Fine.
here?
Where is Waldo?
Yeah,
I
where-
see him. I see Waldo.
Where's Waldo?
Homie.
I see Waldo.
Oh, he is right there. He kind of looks
He's
like
Waldoing.
Yeah, he blended in.
He does.
Just because it's in black and white.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
it's crazy they didn't
Um,
have color yet. Took a while for them to invent that.
I wonder what the shirt he's wearing is.
Is that a Weezer shirt?
Is it?
I can't tell.
I don't know. Yeah.
Hold on.
No,
Maybe-
it's not a. I don't think it's a Weezer shirt.
That'd be really funny though if it was.
Yeah.
I'm reading this article. I'm trying to figure out what shirt it is.
I could
It
see.
just looks.
I could
it just
see
looks
this
like
man.
It's an M.
Yeah, but I could see this dude existing then. It's just he just would be weird.
Yeah. He was ahead of his time.
Yeah, just like a t-shirt and the jacket. I mean, the jacket doesn't really. Yeah, okay. The sunglasses look like sunglasses from that era.
So the shirt is believed to be a Montreal Maroons shirt.
Okay.
Do you know what that is?
No, not at
No.
all.
Okay. It's a hockey team. And basically their shirts just had a big letter M on them. But and if you just type in Montreal Maroons and into Google and you look at the merch, there's some merch and I'm like, oh yeah, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm looking at this guy. It looks like he's wearing.
Which it's been the same since that era, so it very much well could have been taken in this era, because the shirt was available, and so were the sunglasses. So this article says that all the articles of clothing he is wearing in the picture, from the sunglasses to the Montreal Maroons shirt, were readily available at the time. And that this photograph was taken in Canada at the reopening of the South Fork Bridge and was part of the Barlorn Pioneer Museum's exhibit called The Past Lives Here.
Yeah, so what I think is everyone thinks this is time travel because he looks out of place in all the suits. And that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he looks like maybe 25. Maybe 30. He doesn't look like super young or super old. I don't know.
It's hard
I
to
like
tell
pictures
with his
like
eyes
this.
obscured.
Let me see if I can. Yeah. Let me see.
Did they ever figure out who this man is?
Yeah,
Who is
I
it?
believe so. Hang on. I
Okay.
believe this article.
I think it's one of these things.
So
That's
allegedly, people believe he's John Titor, who is also known as Time Travel _0 from the early 2000s. He claimed to be a time traveler in early 2000s, like 2004.
Okay.
And I believe he's the one that started the like, this is a time travel photo.
So the guy,
Mm-hmm.
the guy. This could be faked. It's
Maybe.
in 2004. You could do it.
Yeah.
I think it's just one of those things that are like, you these people could buy that stuff that he's wearing at that time and wear it. It just maybe wasn't the fashion for this specific group of people, but people were wearing this at that time. Like it's just one of those things that are like you read about, and then you realize, wow, time is funky, and I have no idea like how things are arranged in time. Like
there's
did you know Nintendo is as old as the Eiffel Tower?
Yeah, and they used to. They used
Nintendo's
to
hella
have
old.
those fucking prostitution hotels.
Yeah, and when George Washington died, he didn't know that dinosaurs existed.
And
I love that fact.
There was a 20-year span where a samurai could have sent a fax to Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, and George Washington was older than Napoleon Bonaparte.
That does not surprise me.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of photos that are like this, but like, saying like, oh, they're a time traveler because of like clothing. It's more of like women or, it's mostly women standing with something in their hand in either a reflection or a background or like casting a shadow. Like there's one where it looks like the 1920s of women walking down the street, and she looks like she's holding a phone to her ear.
Could you send more of these pictures?
I've seen that one.
Yeah, here, let me find it. I'm trying to find them without the freaking red circles. I don't want the red circles. But
this is for us. We could.
I know.
I've already seen it.
This one is the one I'm talking about right now. During this time period, maybe it's probably later, but like during this time period, you could just be holding something there, like your compactor, like
it's too blurry.
Your purse.
It's too blurry. What is this supposed to? When is this supposed to be?
I don't know.
To be honest, the woman to the left looks more futuristic.
Yeah, she does. It's called the like Freudian slip or something like that. Technically.
Freudian slip?
What?
Hang on.
Yeah,
that's like.
Isn't Freudian the wasn't that dude like the first therapist?
Freud, yeah.
Sigmund Freud, yes.
Yeah. Some people like to Photoshop things like this and pass them around the internet. And one of them is a Native American man holding a cell phone in like a painting, and it's funny.
For anything that as far as time travel stuff, the only thing that I find really convincing is the story of Andrew Carlson, a guy that said he was from the future, and he said he was from 2256, and he was in a jail cell, and then he disappeared from that jail cell.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
So that I find to be credible proof, but I don't know. I saw a video of Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about time travel. All right.
Yeah. No.
And he said that if time travel had been invented, we'd be finding shit like we'd finding sneakers and shit in places. We'd find dead bodies a lot.
Well, I mean, a simpler way of saying that, it's called the time traveler's paradox. But if in a future, if it is possible to invent time travel, then where are they?
Unless there's like some authority that stops that from happening.
I feel like someone will invent time travel, and then they're gonna get killed.
Yeah,
die,
like
and then
hydrogen engine.
Yeah,
guy.
what's gonna happen is they're gonna invent time travel. That person's gonna get killed, and then they're gonna destroy the evidence of it. Or
whoever leaked GTA 6.
Yeah, well, that dude's threatening to do it again as soon as he gets out of prison.
Yeah,
and he's demanding ransom from Rockstar. Insane.
Yeah.
But what probably would happen is someone makes time travel, person gets killed, government takes it and uses it for their purposes.
I feel like the government would take it, but I feel like they would be very reckless with it.
I think
To the
first.
point where we'd be seeing it.
No, you wouldn't know. Butterfly effect. It would just change, and you would not realize it.
But yeah,
How do you know?
No
But-
comment.
I don't know. I want time travel to be real.
I wish
But-
it was. Well, it technically is possible theoretically through
If you
Yeah.
go, if you
the
go,
distortion of gravity.
yeah, if you
and,
go
and it already is a thing.
with the
like
black holes,
there's a. I just looked this up the other day. There's a 1% chance that if you look up into the sky, one of those stars already is dead that you're looking
Oh yeah.
at. And the issue is that time takes a while to get to you, and you just don't know until it's reached you.
Yeah, the light.
I saw another. Okay, I saw a thing. This might be bullshit. That if you went from space to Earth, if you went to space and look at Earth, you'd be seeing an older version of Earth or some shit.
I mean,
It's basically the same.
depends.
It's the same. It's kind of. Wouldn't that be the same principle you just described?
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
but it'd have to be at a greater distance in order for it to be observable. You know,
It's true. If you're like,
or else it literally would be instant for you. If it's over a number of some distance, then sure,
Yeah.
you might be able to notice that. Well, in fact, you kind of wouldn't, because you can't travel that fast backwards to go and look, and you can't set up something. You can't set up a camera
that's true.
because camera. I mean, whatever you're using to transmit that information to your screen that you're looking at that camera from would be slower than light.
Yeah.
But there is the concept that time and space are interlinked, and based off of the gravity distorts time, the fabric of time.
Yes.
And if you were to take your watch and go to Pluto, if you were to set up two exact watches
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, and you take one of them to Pluto and you come back, one will be one will be ahead of the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we experience time because of gravity. Well,
Well,
I
we
mean,
don't experience it because of it.
the way we experience it is because.
Sure, yeah.
I saw a thing that it's with black holes. In theory, if you got sucked into one, there's a chance that time could restart from when you first got sucked into the black hole, because black shit around black holes is fucked up.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Like-
let me
like-
translate that.
Yep.
The black around it is called Hawking radiation, and the
Mhm.
reason we don't know what's inside is because of that radiation, and it's like a shroud that covers all of it, and that's what we see. That is a black hole.
Mhm.
The idea that that you just described is just like a theory. It's not like a random thing whether you get like an effect. It's not like a
It's true.
wild magic
Might.
sorcerer or
You know
like
what?
a dice roll.
For all you know,
I mean, I
Maury,
guess it could be.
Black holes are
I guess
magic.
it could be. Yeah. You ever played Outer Wilds?
Which one's Outer Wilds?
The one that almost won Game of the Year, even though it's like a super tiny indie game, where you not Outer Worlds, the Obsidian game, Outer
Mhm.
Wilds.
I don't know.
No, in it there's a black hole that you can go to, and it takes you to a white hole,
Huh.
and that's
Food.
it. Yeah.
You know, I think let's just throw somebody into one. Let's find out. Fuck it.
Yeah, and then they'll just yell from inside what's going on.
We'll give them a walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
A Ninja Turtle one?
Yeah. Have you seen a what is it called? Fuck. Have you ever heard the song Black Hole Sun?
No.
Yeah.
Love that song. There's a picture of a black hole feeding on a sun.
Are you putting it in topics?
Yeah, so I think it's a reconstruction of something that was believed to have happened.
Did you guys see the picture of the Rosette Nebula?
No.
Oh my god, it's so beautiful. I saw it earlier. My mom and I are obsessed with space.
Is that the
And I
one that
was-
smells like strawberries? There's a nebula
don't
that
know.
smells like strawberries.
No, it like the way it swirls, it like emulates a rose.
I think it tastes like strawberries. Yeah, it tastes like raspberries.
That'd be based.
And I think it smells like almonds.
I sent it on Instagram. Yeah, the Rosette Nebula is located 5,200 light years away. It's a star cluster, NGC 2244. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, that's sick.
It's sick.
Looks
See?
sick.
And why the fuck can't Bethesda
I
put
like-
this shit in there?
For real, I really like the color.
It's
colors are really
it's literally
nice.
just particles. That's all it is.
Yeah.
They could put that shit in there easy. Instead, it's fucking.
Okay. I have a question pertaining to this week's theory. If you
Okay.
guys could choose one place, like a place and a time to travel to, where would you go and what time would it be? Like time period.
Right before your mom
And
met
why?
your dad.
You know,
Complete the meme.
we often talk about this, my mother and I. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. As a
part of-
woman, it's hard to choose not a time where I would be oppressed.
As a white guy, I got everything.
do we have to go to the past?
You can go to the past or the future. It doesn't matter.
You know
Why
what?
why don't you go to the future, Sahara, where women have chemically castrated men and are now in charge of everything,
But that's
and
not.
the world economy is in shambles.
And
Because
there's
Because
not-
what's the makeup place? Don't you work at it, or did you go to there the other day? What I can't.
I
remember.
worked at it.
Yeah, what's it
Ulta.
called? Yeah, because every gun store has been replaced with Ulta Beauty or
I
whatever.
don't see how that would bring the into the economy. I just don't.
Have you seen the prices for?
Okay.
That would help
Lip
the
gloss.
economy. Taxes,
Okay,
baby.
you know
Not help
what?
the
You're
economy.
gonna talk shit about my sparkle lip gloss that I paid
Exactly.
$30 for?
Yeah,
It's covered in
$30 for-
rhinestones.
That's right.
$30,
And that-
$30 for
Okay,
fucking.
I
lip
love
gloss?
it, and I
Yeah,
use it every
that's
day.
insane.
And on
I
that
use it
tax,
every day, like 5 times
taxes
a
off
day.
of that, Maury?
I could get enough rounds
You know,
to murder a small army with $30.
No, you couldn't. You're
Yes,
full
I
of
could.
shit.
Yes, I could.
No, you
I could do that
could
right
not.
now.
Not where you
Yes, I
are.
could.
Uh-uh.
No, not where I am.
You're saying right now.
Yeah. I could get on a plane right now
Fuck
and
you.
go somewhere.
Fuck you.
Go to fucking Indonesia. I know some
I-
contacts in Indonesia.
fuck
Be like,
yourself.
hey, $30. Where because $30
Doesn't it take
is
like a
literally,
day of
like,
flying to get there?
yeah, 20 something hours.
So then it's not
and-
right
and
you know
now.
then-
what?
and
Reed,
then-
it's gonna be worth the conversion.
Yeah, but I could go right now and get it. I could go there and
How are you getting it
$30
back?
is literally like fucking a million.
Get it
like
back
more
here.
more than a million.
Bring it back into the U.S.
Okay.
How
I
are you
will.
doing it?
I'm here on army business,
I don't.
and I use my military passport. And
Does
I- and
that
I use-
work?
I mean, yeah,
That's
Probably.
bullshit. That's
probably. I don't know.
Please.
I'll try it.
Let's
Fuck it.
do it. Let's try it.
no.
All right,
Stop.
go through fucking basic, dude. It's super easy. I can just literally go wherever I want, and they're like, "Oh, okay,
Stop
Mista."
talking about bringing bullets through an airport. Stop it.
Why? Yeah, it's legal. I just have to declare it.
Period.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
you.
I
you
love
can,
this aesthetic for Maury.
You can literally
Jet
bring a gun.
setting.
You just have to keep it in a case, and unloaded, and you have to keep the rounds separate.
No.
Yeah, it's literally.
You fuck. You
Claiming
unarmed
to be
fuck.
a white man in America and you don't know this.
You're unarmed, loser. Ah.
Anyway, back to this question.
Anyways,
Okay. Knowing me, I either part of me wants to use it to be a little shit,
okay.
and
As
part
you do.
yes, the compulsive need
To
to
be a
fuck
little shit.
to fuck with
Mhm.
somebody
Uh-huh.
and then
Mhm.
disappear is high.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You don't have to go back to your time. You can stay there.
Well, in my head, I think it'd be really funny if like I just went back in time and ran up and done up Hitler, like when he was in like college, and just absolutely beat the hell out of him.
You know?
Well,
Yeah.
before he got rejected from college, I mean.
But everyone always goes the Hitler route. I swear to
I'm
God.
not gonna kill him.
Okay.
Can I use this
No,
multiple
no.
times? Because I want to show up periodically
No.
throughout his life and beat his ass and then disappear.
Actually, I saw a video the other day where this time traveler, he shows up. All right, it's like a TikTok or something, and
Yeah.
there's like a random guy walking through the street or in the park, and the time traveler shows up, and he's like, "Oh my god, did I do it? What year is it?" He's like, "It's 2023," and he's like, "Is John Nipples, is he dead? Did I save the world?" And he was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Oh, he wanted to. He did so many awful things. I'm glad I did it. You know." And he's like, he's like, "Yeah, yeah, like it's all cool." And he was like, "So there wasn't a terrible dictator that he wanted to what is it? It was like something really minor." And it was something really minor, like he wanted to unite Europe or something, and he was like, oh, well, I mean, there is one thing, and then he shows him a Wikipedia of the Holocaust, and he's like, oh my god, what the fuck? I did that? I gotta go back. I gotta go back.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Imagine doing that to a crazy person outside 7-Eleven. Maury, I know what we're doing when you're in town.
What?
We're bothering people outside 7-Eleven with this shit.
No, we're not.
Yeah. Why not?
What are we doing? What are you talking
We're
about?
gonna go up to a drug addict that
This is a
conked out of their
terrible
mind.
idea.
And we should be like, nightmare.
No, you only do that for
Yeah,
people that are high.
essentially.
Are we? And then we should be like, who are you? Where am I? I'm gonna call the cops.
Bugs
And
under your
then like
skin.
scream at them. Yeah, there's bugs
Yeah.
under your skin. There's bugs under your skin. Peel it off.
What you're describing is just a way to get shot.
They're drug addicts.
Crackheads do not have guns.
Yeah, you're insane, Reed.
Where do you
should go-
live, Reed?
You should go read a book because there's no way a crackhead would
They
would
do
be
have
able to
needles.
afford a gun.
They do
Okay,
have needles with their
but they
gross ass
can't
blood on
shoot
it.
you.
They can
Okay.
get you. They can give you an STD.
Okay.
You think they're coherent enough? We're gonna pick our targets. We're gonna pick
We're
our targets.
smarter than this, Reed.
Yeah, I'm sorry that some of us aren't Reeds, and we can actually fucking operate at a human level, with above room temperature IQ.
My friend
Reed.
used to work at Rite Aid and CVS, and there was this guy that would come in, and he was schizophrenic, and he just came, and she loved this guy. He was so funny, but he just came up to her, and he's like, "Do you know that I am a leprechaun?"
I love
And she's like, "Yeah, you're a leprechaun?" And he's like, "Yeah. Do you think that I'm a small leprechaun or a big leprechaun?" And she's like, "I don't know, you're kind of tall, so I'm going to say big leprechaun." And he's like, "Thank you. You have a good day." And I was like, mood. I want to be a leprechaun.
If she answered that question wrong, he would have ripped her face off.
Yeah, and ate it right in front of her.
Unfortunately, this really great guy passed away. He OD'd.
Oh.
But there's so many great stories surrounding that dude.
No.
But anyway.
Okay, back to the time travel shit.
Okay, what's your real answer? Is the Hitler shit your real answer?
Depends. Can I show up periodically throughout his life to beat him up? I
No.
want him to fear me. I want him to always be like,
I'm very disappointed in your answer, Reed. Because I have asked people this question periodically throughout my life, and everyone wants to go back and dick around to Hitler.
I mean, because it's funny.
Everyone.
And
I get it.
I know what, I'll add Stalin on that, and I'll
Yours
take care of
is more
two.
creative, I'll say that yours is more creative because everyone's like,
Because dude, he's gonna be like, for his entire life, he's gonna be thinking like, is that guy gonna show up again? And like,
I like things like that, but okay.
He's gonna be- he's
show
gonna be-
up and
he's
you're
gonna
not
be
the only
s-
one there though.
he's gonna be super paranoid. There's just a line.
Yeah, one time you show up
Yeah.
with 4 people.
There's just like one per. All right, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. You go come back in this time, and I'll come back in this time, and then
What? Okay, even crazier theory. You know how
Okay.
they never found Hitler's body?
it was
Uh-huh.
me.
No. What if one of these days Hitler's body just shows up somewhere?
In the
Dude, that'd be
bunker.
so based.
He just shows up on the street somewhere, fully like just killed himself. You know,
He shows up on the
Just
top
killed
of the
himself.
Eiffel
fresh,
Tower.
fresh, completely fresh.
That'd be crazy.
So you'd use
You
your
know that-
time travel to swipe his body.
Yeah.
That'd be
Put
cool.
put him somewhere funny though. Put him like on the top. Put him somewhere like random as fuck.
You know the Family Guy episode where they time travel, Stewie and Brian.
Yeah.
Well,
Which
that's
one?
They end up
that's something.
and
That's
they end
couple.
up they end up starting the Big Bang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of that, you know, like that, like Hitler's body. I know that it was never found. By me knowing that his body was never found, would give me the idea to go back in time and take his body and put it somewhere else in current time, and that the fact that I did that now gave past me the idea to do it, you know.
That's- cut out with the time paradox bullshit.
Anyway,
It's actually kind it's the plot of well, not the exact plot, the Hitler thing, but what is it called?
loosely based around.
Yeah, let me hang on, let me look it up. There's a really good movie, really underrated movie. I think Kevin Bacon.
Damn, for real. Can we
Uh,
send a drag queen in full drag back in time to just kick the shit out of Hitler?
Sure.
I mean,
That'd be quite interesting.
I don't know if that's as good as mine, but
You know, I think in the mix of the people coming back to like Christmas Carol his ass has to be a drag queen at least once.
I don't know. Maybe. Who's to say?
Yeah, no. Maury, what would you choose?
Actually, I thought about it.
Okay.
I would.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Reed.
switch my answer to Enzo Ferrari because that guy was a huge dick.
Okay, Reed.
Because because
Okay.
someone else is gonna take care of
Okay.
Hitler. If
Okay, Reed.
Okay, Reed.
Okay,
We
Reed.
get it.
Anyways,
Maury's
so
turn.
I'd go 80-ish years into the future just to see if I'm still alive. Also, question: would my body here disappear, or would it go on as usual
Mm,
up
Dealer's-
until I
I was gonna
return
say
and then I
dealer's
just
choice.
resume?
You would just resume if you choose to come back.
So in my current state right now, I would I would disappear my consciousness, and would it just my consciousness would go into the future 80 years, or would my
You
body
personally
disappear?
would go.
Okay.
You personally would go.
so,
Okay. So yeah,
Okay.
I'd probably just like walk around and meet myself, and I mean, according to how I hope this would work, it would change nothing, and this would already be predetermined. You know,
Okay.
like me going into the future wouldn't already
Affect your past.
wouldn't
Yeah.
affect my past. But I'd go to the future, and I'd just ask simple questions, not things that I wouldn't want to know the answer to.
Yeah.
Just like big overarching things.
Yeah.
Probably nothing personal. Just because I don't want to find out. You know, I don't want to find out how things. You know, it's spoilers. But I probably ask like world stuff. You know,
Stock
how
picks.
Oh, like things about the environment and
Yeah,
not like personal. Yeah, not like did we ever do this, but like what
Yeah.
happened.
yeah,
to
like how did
society.
Israel and Palestine end up? You know,
How's that going?
Yeah,
did that-
no, I get
how's
that.
that going today? What's your favorite game? Was it ever surpassed or something like that? Like, what's the best game
Yeah.
that's come out recently or something? Or
I like
Would
that.
you, would you ask for stock picks?
about games, yeah. Like, I don't think that's a big deal.
Oh.
You know, I don't think I
I
would.
like that.
Oh, it's called Predestination, the movie that I was looking for. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's with is it with Kevin Bacon? No, Ethan Hawke. That's what I meant.
Yeah. It's Ethan
Yeah.
Hawke.
Close enough.
Yeah, Predestination.
Same
Really
thing.
good movie. Really underrated. Yeah, I'd go to the future. Ask my future self some questions. You know, maybe just like watch the news or something. You know, see how the news looks.
Watch the news. I like
if
that.
it's gotten better. You know, if the news itself has gotten better. You know, just
Would
see
you-
how things turned out.
Would you like try to swipe future tech?
No, I don't think that'd be healthy.
Huh. All right.
Yeah. I want to leave as little of a trace, as little of a footprint as possible. You know.
More you go to the future, find the cure for cancer, take it back to the past, and now you're the man who invented the cure to cancer.
You know, everyone I feel like thinks of stuff like that, like going to the past with like schematics to build an engine. You know, that's a Twilight Zone episode, I think.
I
But I
think
think in that episode, he goes back in time. He's given the opportunity to go back in time, and in the future, he's rich, but he wants to be more rich. He goes back in time and talks to the guy that invented the combustion engine, and he's like, "You're gonna build a combustion engine," and he's like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "You're gonna build it," and he's like, "I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about, dude."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And what was his plan there? You know, what was his plan there? But it like if you go back in time and you have the thing to make the thing, you know, like all the stuff, and you have even the knowledge to make it, you know, I feel like something would happen, and I don't think it really turn out like that. I think things get popular because of timing. You know,
Yeah, I'd say that's a lot. If you want to do
Yeah.
a lot of things, you know.
if you wanted to pull some other fuckery with time travel, you could go back to a conflict like the Revolutionary War, give the British
Mhm.
six shooters, and then give the revolutionaries AR-15s.
No, dude. You go back and you give George Washington a Hellcat.
See,
Oh my God! Please.
Yes, like the ad.
Yes.
That fucking sick ad.
yes.
Most American ad ever.
Yes.
Fucking driving, dude. I'd buy 7 Dodge Demon 170s.
Oh my God.
Dodge Demon 170s. For those that don't know, it has a 1.3 second 0 to 60 time.
God,
One-
Reed, plug the image.
It goes 0 to 60 in 1.3 seconds. It's the last demon that's ever going to be made.
Mhm.
It's because after this, it's all going to be electric motors and shit.
Yeah.
So they're getting rid of that. It's the last version. Kind of Dodge's last
Hurrah.
combustion hurrah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that though.
And it's fucking, yeah, we need to get 7 of them and give them to George Washington so
And-
we can fucking,
And the founding
So-
fathers. Fuck.
yeah.
Okay,
Imagine that, dude.
but
Oh.
with my sometimes when you talk, you sound like Shane Gillis.
Yeah. I
Sometimes
sound like
When you-
like Shane Gillis.
when you say imagine that, dude, just then.
Oh. Yeah. I
But
don't
with
know.
with mine, it it kind of lures the British into a sense of security with that, because it's like, oh, here's this piece of future technology to use to beat the Americans, and they show up and all the Americans have ARs.
Yeah.
Fucking.
I'd watch that movie.
And knowing America then, everything would be the United States probably.
Mm-hmm.
They'd probably dismantle the ARs, figure out how to make them.
Yeah.
And be like,
That'd
oh,
be base.
And that'd be fucking sick.
and then that's how you
Yeah.
resolve all conflict on planet Earth.
Yeah, just getting America in charge of it. You know,
Honestly,
Give
just getting
everyone guns, too.
getting one country in charge of everything.
Well, I wouldn't say
Yeah.
that. That's no. No, it has to be America. Name another country that you would be okay with.
Canada.
Are you insane? Go to Canada, get your citizenship, and then get hurt.
And stay there.
You will be waiting. People wait months to get seen at an emergency.
It's true.
Socialized health. Canada is the example of why socialized healthcare does not work. Same with California.
Yeah,
You know, that's a country where Lucas has relatives.
I don't know who he is.
I know what. Fucking,
I know, it's
fucking put
relevant.
Mexico in charge of everything.
Are you insane?
Ooh,
Are you utterly?
yeah.
Are you,
Are you
utterly
high?
insane?
No.
I'd rather the U.S. get nuked than have Mexico because I live there. I can tell you. I can tell you for a fact. No, you don't want that. You know,
It's
in
true.
Mexico, Mexico is a country in which the government is just not a factor, except the fact that it's like annoying and it's incompetent, and everyone knows it.
God.
Like cops are not cops there.
Yeah.
Cops here, you know, they
They do stuff sometimes.
do stuff.
What'd you
Cops
just-
there,
You're
they do
describing
not.
the Wild West.
The only reason they pull
No.
you over is because they want to extort you for money. I have not seen
Yeah.
a normal like functioning good cop. With every single time my family gets pulled over in Mexico, it is so that they can beg them for money and threaten them with taking their car. Every single
Period.
time.
Huh.
I was there for 5 years. It is a hellhole, and I'm sorry for everyone that lives there.
Yeah.
Go off, King.
Period.
But yeah,
Germany.
no.
With them
No
with
way.
their engineering.
Reed, I'm taking your talking stick.
Sahara, I'm gonna server mute you.
Then we're switching servers then.
Yeah, true.
So, I personally would go back to 1880s, late 1880s in
Mhm.
France. And I think because I want to meet my favorite artist, which is Vincent van Gogh. Love him. Little Pookie.
Mhm.
Are you gonna try to
Anyway.
save him?
No.
No. All right.
Buy his art maybe, but I love him, but he was crazy. And if I saved him, my favorite artwork wouldn't exist. Because he literally painted Starry Night from the window in his asylum. So,
I can change him.
like,
Yeah, like you don't.
stop.
I mean, you
I
could.
have too much of that in my life already.
I mean, you could wait till the last minute to save him.
oh my god. Okay.
God.
What time are we at? What time are we at?
Hour 40.
Oh shit. Okay. So there's a conspiracy theory about Vincent van Gogh's death. And I ate that shit up. I listened to this podcast. It's called the Art Curious Podcast with Jennifer Dassel. I love her. But she talks about it. And basically, the way he died, which he died by suicide, but the way he died was a little suspect, and people think he was murdered.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting.
Who would want him dead? That
I don't
he
remember
kinda-
all the
he
details.
kinda
I haven't
like-
listened to this episode in a while.
He kind of like didn't fucking talk to people. Right?
I mean, yeah.
He's kind of a loner.
I mean, yeah. He was also crazy, and nobody bought his art except for Theo.
I gotta say
Aw.
that episode, Doctor Who, when they fucking take Vincent
Dude, that
Dude,
shit makes me cry
that makes me
every
cry.
time, and I will watch it.
That's
I will
such a
watch
good
it
that
every time.
that's such a good choice.
I will literally sit down and just watch that one and cry.
I thought of something
And
that just
then take a nap.
fuck. Did you see the new quantum screwdriver, Maury?
No.
It looks like the
Don't spoil it.
dude.
Oh, anyway, I never finished.
It's fucking ridiculous. Google it
Man.
right now.
They never let you finish and always leave you unsatisfied. I'm kidding. I don't care. Anyway.
What the fuck is this?
Right? It looks like a fucking TV remote.
What the fuck is that, dude?
Yeah, it looks like a
That
TV
looks like something
remote.
from Spy Kids.
It looks like I saw it and it's like
Let me look at it.
it looks
Look up 15th Doctor's sonic screwdriver.
like a fucking TV remote.
Yeah, that looks fucking retarded.
See? That's what I'm saying.
That looks
Okay, but whose sonic screwdriver was your favorite?
I have Matt Smith's. Is that his name?
Is that 11?
Uh,
Is it the
Bowtie
brown
Man?
one? Yeah. Bow ties are cool.
It just looks so.
Wow, it's not coming up.
although
for me.
actually no, my favorite screwdriver is River Song screwdriver from the library.
I know what you're talking about. My favorite doctor is probably Matt Smith, but David Tennant and him, so close. 11
David
and 10.
Tennant. David Tennant is mine. It simply is not.
He ate that shit. He ate that shit up.
I like David Tennant, but mine's got to be Matt Smith.
I grew up with Matt
Yeah.
Smith, but when I watched the episode, the special where he goes to Mars and he meets the first people that were on Mars,
Mm-hmm.
and at the end, the woman, like, the doctor has a moment of like just like selfish realization, and it's like, why can't I just save them? And he goes back, and they're meant to die, and he goes back and he saves 2 people, I think. And the woman, the woman astronaut that got them there, the captain, she goes inside, and she's like horrified that he actually saved her, and she kills herself.
But
And the doctor hears the gunshot, and he's just like destroyed, absolutely destroyed.
where does she get a gun?
She had a gun. She's a fucking space captain.
Like, damn, in the TARDIS like that?
No,
Yeah.
he takes her to her house back on Earth.
What?
Have you not seen it?
No. But
Bro,
like,
we're gonna watch it.
Oh, what the fuck, Reed?
like,
Reed, you're gonna watch that shit.
I just don't understand
Right
why
now.
someone would do that. I don't get it.
Have you?
I don't.
Dude, Reed, you gotta fucking go watch it. What's wrong
Anyway,
with you, dude?
We need to wrap up this episode.
Let's finish. So let me finish my answer. Anyway, so I would visit Vincent van Gogh. I want to meet him. I want to at least buy one piece of his art if I could. That would make my little heart happy.
But
being
wait.
1889, shut up, let me finish. Being 1889 and my artistic skills, I would drop the coldest, most freaking hardest piece of art and dip. And just dip.
Be honest, would you bang
And
Vincent?
then I don't know.
Also, if
That's-
if you buy one of his pieces of art, you're taking that from everyone. Because then,
Who
like,
said I'd keep it? Who said I would keep it?
you said you'd
I would
fucking
keep
buy it. That implies
doesn't
you'd
mean I
keep
would
it.
keep
Oh my god.
I would give him monies. I would just give him monies.
So he wouldn't
dog.
feel better about himself because you're just giving him money, right?
No. You can say you're buying it and act like you're taking it with you and then put it back in their bag.
And then he'd realize it once he gets back to his place.
He's crazy anyway, it's fine.
This is very
I never
flawed.
existed.
What you're describing.
Okay.
So you're convincing him he's crazy.
He's-
You're making his situation worse. convincing me he's crazier.
It's 2
So what? He's
a.m.
gonna kill himself anyway.
I mean,
Yeah,
but
literally the year that I am going to go meet him, that I am traveling back to, is literally months before he dies. Months before he dies.
okay,
I could just pull up days before he dies, the day he died, and be like, cash, leave.
Yeah, $50.
$50, make it rain on him as he's dead. You know?
Yeah.
But no.
I'll be taking that.
Literally picks it back up.
comes back an hour later.
Hey, I kind of left this here.
Oops, I dropped this. No, that's so messed up. But yeah.
Fucking hit me with your best Richard Nixon.
Oh god.
I feel like we've tried this before.
Have we?
We have.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we have.
No, I think it was Bush. It was a president at one point.
Wait,
though.
he said Nixon, and I tried it and I didn't like it.
Okay, Kennedy.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Gred Podcast. If you liked it, let us know. Rate us on Spotify. Hit that like button. Follow our Instagram at the Gred Pod. Till next time.